Okay, so today we're doing indicator 8 guided notes, parts of expressions. And remember, when I give you guided notes, those are yours to keep. Thank you so much. You can finish your Delta math at home. I'll put those in tomorrow. So, our learning target is I can identify, if you need a sheet, I have them up here. I can identify parts of an expression using mathematical terms. Yes, please close the door for me. Okay, the first one is a long word, coefficient. 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 A coefficient is the number before the variable. That's all it is. And the coefficient always comes before the variable. Always. So you would not put, let's say you had 3 times X, you would not do that. You would not say B3. Those are wrong. Here's an example of a coefficient and a variable. So my coefficient here is 3. And remember, I told you this also means 3 times X. Okay, it means 3 times X. So if I see 3X, in my mind, I'm going to read it as 3 times X. That's very important for when we get to indicator 9 and we actually substitute, okay? Okay, so this one, we just have a Z. What do you think the coefficient is? What do you think it is? Is there a number there? How many Z's do I have? So 1 is the coefficient. Okay. So it's 1. If you see a variable by itself, the coefficient is 1. So now we're growing up. We're not going to write 1Z. It does not make me scream in 6th grade, but if you're doing it in the 8th grade, it would make me scream. Okay, and we remember from day before yesterday that a variable is any letter that represents a number. And then multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, those are called operations. Okay. And here's a new term, constant. Constant is just a big word that means a number, a fixed value. So if I say 5 with no variable with it, that's a constant because it's always 5. If I say 25, 25 is always 25. So it's a constant. Um, Now, another word we're going to learn, this is very important, term. Terms are separated by plus or minus, not multiplication, not division, but only plus and minus. So each thing that's separated by the plus or minus is a term. So let's do an example. I need to slow down. Are you writing? Mr. Mr. Man, are you writing? Okay. So let's label the parts of 3 times X plus 4 times Y plus 10. So I said terms are separated by plus and minus. So I have a plus here and a plus here. How many terms do you think we have? Some say 2. Okay. Anybody else? 1. Anybody else? How many terms do you think we have? You say 3. It's 3. So my terms are 3X, 4Y, and 10. So I think y'all said 2 because it was 2 operators there, right? Yeah. But each thing that's separated by the operators is a term. So each of those is a term. You don't have to circle those. I'm just circling it to show you. Let me make that a little bigger. So this 3X, it's a term. 4Y is a term, and 10. Because the plus separates the 3X from the 4Y from the 10. Okay. Now let's go. What are our coefficients? Coefficients are numbers that are in front of variables. So what are my coefficients? Which numbers do I have which numbers are in front of letters? 3 and 4. Uh-huh. It's on the board. I put it up there so I won't have to answer that all day. Now, variables. Which letters are in my expression? What letters? X and Y. Now, constants. Which number is all by myself? No variable with it. It's just by itself. 10. So that's a constant. This is a very quick lesson, y'all. Okay, now this one, A plus 6. Okay, we got a plus sign right there. How many terms do we have? 2. And what are my terms? A and 6. Very good. Trick question. What are my coefficients? How many coefficients? I got one coefficient. What is it? The coefficient. What's the coefficient? What's the? You're right. Shh. We won't tell them. What's the definition of coefficient? Look on your notes. What's the definition? The number in front of a variable, and it always comes before the variable. So what's my variable in this expression? My letter. A. What's the number in front of it? In front, there's not a 6 in front of that A. If there was a 6 in front of the A, it would be 6A. Is there nothing? I got one of them that Daniel already got it, y'all. I told him to shh so y'all couldn't hear. Who's you saying what? 1. The plus sign is behind the A. In front of is there. Enfrente. So there's a 1 right there. Remember, I told you if you don't see a number there, your coefficient is 1. Daniel got it right off. My variable, of course, is A. And my constant is 6. Okay, here's me again with this trick question. Oh, I messed up my webcam there. Okay, so here, you try it. I'm going to give you a minute. 15x plus y plus 100. So write the terms. Separate them by a comma. When you're writing your terms, don't put the plus or the minus there. You just put a comma in between them, okay? And then what are my coefficients? What are my numbers in front of my variables? And I have 2. Remember, it's in front. What are my variables? What are my letters that are in there? And then my constant. Okay, what did you get for terms? 15x. 15 what? 15 a slash. Comma. Y. And then 100. So those are all terms. What are my coefficients? All righty, y'all got it now. 15 and 1. What are my variables? And my constants. That's it. That's the whole lesson. Okay, I'm going to pass out a sheet. And yes, I can. Well, I'm not going to pass it out. Y'all know I never pass out anything. Come on, Morgan, pass this out. And now some of these you may have to leave blank because there might not be a constant or something like that in that expression. So Morgan is passing out the assignment. It's also on Schoology. So if you're ever absent, y'all, somebody always remind me to make a video if I don't put one up already. Okay, so that's that.